What is going on, ladies and gents? How are you doing? Welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video, where today we're going to be talking about the AK-74U. That is right now. The difference in this gameplay, as you can see here, is that whenever I kill the enemy, you don't see any hit markers just because I recorded this in theater mode. Now, the AK-74U, in my opinion, is also another great challenger to the MP5, because I think that the AK-74U can be just as good of a rushing weapon as the MP5. However, I think the AK-74U is better than the MP5 in some aspects that we're going to talk about in this video. Now, one area that I think that the AK-74U is better than the MP5 is being able to control the recoil of the weapon, just because with the MP5, whenever you fire the MP5, it usually kind of like goes off to the side for a bit for the recoil, but with the AK-74U, its recoil just goes up, so, it's kind of easier to control. In other words, the recoil of the AK-74U is more vertical than horizontal, and I think that the vertical recoil of the AK-74U is much easier to control than the horizontal recoil on the MP5. Particularly on longer range battles, just because on longer range battles with the MP5 it's slightly more difficult to control the recoil of the weapon, but with the AK-74U I've had no problem with being able to win gunfights from long distances as well. So I personally believe that the AK-74U can not only be a very good rushing weapon, but I think that the AK-74U can also be a very good defensive weapon as well. Just because historically in Call of Duty, the AK-74U has also been my favorite submachine gun to use, particularly in Call of Duty 4 and in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 as well. However, if you compare the AK-74U to Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty Black Ops 1, the Black Ops 1 AK-74U has a lot of recoil, but however, this AK-74U feels more like the COD 4 AK-74U. Just because the way how the AK-74U fires, it almost gives you like the COD 4 AK-74U recoil vibes. But anyways, let's get into the setups that I used for this video. So anyways, some basic things about the AK-74U is that the bullets, in my opinion, they hit way more accurately compared to the other SMGs, and the time to kill for the AK-74U is very, very good as well. Because the AK-74U has really good bullet velocity, I decided to equip the 9.3 extended barrel. Since the 9.3 extended barrel increases the bullet velocity on the AK-74U without any setbacks, I believe that because the 9.3 extended barrel has an increase in bullet velocity by a staggering 40%, I believe that you will be able to control the bullet spray on the enemies from long-range battles a lot better. But for medium and short-range battle, this weapon absolutely melts the enemy. As for foregrip, I decided to go with the regular foregrip just because, it increases your horizontal recoil control, and I think that allows you to control the vertical recoil whenever you fire at an enemy more efficiently, meaning that you don't have to really worry about the horizontal recoil control on the weapon. But one thing that I want to say about this AK-74U class setup is that I think this AK-74U class setup is more efficient at rushing the enemy. As for magazine choice, I chose to go with the taped magazine just because it allows you to reload more quickly by 18% without dealing any drawbacks. Meaning that I also believe that with the taped magazine, you can also be very elusive with the weapon, as the taped magazine decreases the weight of the AK-74U, making it more elusive. As for the handle attachment for this weapon, I chose to go with the speed tape just because it increases your ADS time by 10% without also having to deal with any drawbacks. However, it is also highly recommended that you use the GRU elastic wrap. However, the only reason why I'm using the speed tape and not the GRU elastic wrap for this video is because I have not unlocked the GRU elastic wrap yet. But with the GRU elastic wrap, it has even better stats compared to speed tape, just because with the GRU elastic wrap, it increases your ADS time by 30%, your flinch resistance by 90%, and you can also aim while going prone. And the only minor drawbacks that this attachment has is that it decreases your shooting move speed by 10% and your sprint to fire time by 15%. As for stock, you can choose between the wire stock or the no stock attachment, but for me, I decided to go with the wire stock attachment for this video just because the wire stock, it increases your sprint to fire time by 10% without any drawbacks. And say that you use the no stock attachment for this weapon, the only downside it has is that it decreases your hip fire accuracy by 15%, but for me, I prefer to have very accurate hip fire accuracy with the AK-74U. But one benefit of using the no stock attachment for the AK-74U is that it increases your sprint to fire time by 30% and makes you also super elusive with the weapon. So anyways, ladies and gents, that's it here with this video here. If you found this setup very useful, then consider dropping a like button. Let me know if it worked for you in the comment section below. If you also have any other AK-74U setups that you want to share, then also don't hesitate to share it below in the comment section. I hope you people enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop that like button, subscribe to the channel, currently on the road to 20k subs, and y'all have a good one.